Hello and welcome to Snettertons farm. Here we are, and it is midsummer, and sort of day 2 of summer, as it were. And we are basically at field 4, and we are going to do some little tasks. Now, one of the things kind of done off camera is acquired a sprayer, kind of self-propelled sprayer, so we went for this one here, which is it's actually part of a mod that actually has a couple of options for this sprayer. We went for the 24-meter version, but there is one that goes up to 40 meters. The reason for just doing the 24-meter one is really just because don't need to be too big, and it's big sprayers, when you get really wide sprayers, it can get quite unwieldy. The 24-meter, it's a little bit bigger than the one that we normally use, which is about 14, or was it 12, I forget. And basically it's just essentially just a little bit bigger. It'll make some of these fields a little bit quicker. We are going to do field 4, but today we are going to do a little bit of logging. So I'm going to kick this off. It's the last of our fields that we need to do spraying on. We go to our fertilization state. This one we can't do because it hasn't got the growth yet. I will actually check on that because last I did check on it in essentially the previous game day. All the others have been done. Obviously these are grass fields, so we don't need to do those just yet, but we might kick those off. But we are going to do a bit of logging today. I think we're going to go and do logging up here today at Ben's. So we'll take the Land Rover up there once we've set this guy off. So I've kind of generated a courseplay course already. We are setting off in the northeast, we're going south. We're not using any headlands here, and we're just going to kick it off and go. Set it off on first waypoint, and we should go. So we'll just set this one off. I say this is a 24-meter sprayer. I think because the way this does it, it's actually going to overlap at the beginning a little bit, but I think that's so we can get the whole field done in a good manner. So I'm going to jump out if that's running, and I'm going to head to my Land Rover. So let's start this guy up, and we are going to head over here to Ben's. So I think we're going to do a, I don't know what route we're going to take, to be honest. I actually don't know. I think we're going to go a bit. We're going to go cross country. I think we're going to nip down past field 7. And hopefully we can get out the bottom. I hope we can get out the bottom. So we actually might go field 8. Let's go field 8. So we're going to cross someone else's field, but hey. Actually, we can nip out through here. This is what sometimes happens when it's slippy. I have noticed that basically there is an element of slippiness on the farm. I am thinking of buying field 8, and I'm thinking of dropping grass on it because I want a nice simple grass field up at the farm to harvest. The other two, although they are kind of handy, they are not easy to manage. Field 10 is a royal pain. Field 1, it is okay, and it's actually, since I used the forage harvester to do it, with the was actually a lot easier. But that said, they are still awkward. So I've not been up here before, so I'm going to overtake this traffic. try not to get too much trouble with the oncoming traffic. I'm trying to think. I think it's his first turn. We've not driven up here before, so this is our first time driving up this neck of the woods. I'm pretty sure we go up here. Authorised vehicles only. So I'm guessing we're authorised. Yep, and here we are. This is our well, mini logging camp, I would say. So what do we have? So I mean, I'm gonna just let's just have a little drive up here and have a look and see what we've got, because I haven't driven through these, and I am interested to see if we've if anything like the mud and terrain stuff has been added, because it would actually make this fun for mudding if it has, although it isn't sort of like the, it's not a very big section. This is quite tight. Whoa, that is very tight. Let's have a look at the other side. It's really about where we're going to actually go do our logging, actually. Because effectively we've got these kind of thin sort of sections. I mean, we've got crossovers. There's no, it's quite a long logging track, this, by the way, but there's a lot of trees kind of packed in. Is there a way back? Oops. Really should not run into stuff. So it's okay, so we are good. It's going to be kind of tight in places. We won't be able to turn any equipment around. So the logging truck that we've got, we will have to kind of work with the available space. So let's head back, and we will basically, so what do we need to do here? We've got a puddle here with no mud. Okay, so what we have, and I'm going to park the Land Rover here. I don't think we actually have any fuel up here as well. This is intriguing. Okay, so this is the thing we're going to get running today, hopefully. Capacity on this, I think, is around about 140, 150k of logs. Drop off the logs here, and this will basically just spew out wood product, and from there. So we have our logging trailer here, and we have our Scorpion King. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take Scorpion King up the track a little bit, and then we'll almost like to that kind of first clearing point, I think, and then we'll basically work from there. We could go here, but essentially I think we'll kind of push towards the pushed back towards the joinery, as opposed to push out from the joinery. So let's take this guy down. We'll go to this clearing point here. We'll start. This is the point we'll start. The issue I have, and essentially the kind of the point we're going to have, is how do we load our equipment. So I just need to turn this on for a second so we can see. We will do a 10-meter cut length because we are using a standard auto logging trailer. We're not using the road train, which has a limitation of 8 meters. And so we're good to go on that front. We can effectively clear everything that we want to. I kind of do need to have this on all the time so we can get indication when we can cut. What I'm going to do is the issue we have is how do we stack. So effectively we've got limited space here, so this actually does make things interesting. So let's kind of pull it here actually. I hate it when it does that. You kind of try and pulling it round, and the machine moves as opposed to the log moves. Because I want the log down the side of the vehicle. Let's cut this here. It's not in an ideal spot, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to clear these trees here as well, because it gives us some working space, so we can have essentially a loading area. I kind of want to get all the wood in one place, so that's the problem I have. I have this log that's basically just not wanting to play ball. If I kind of flip around, I can control it a bit better. No, that's better. So what I can do now is I can turn myself and then swing that around, and now it's into the right spot. Just back up, and now we can essentially drop it all into the same spot. That's basically what I kind of want to do, is just get everything into the same spot, or thereabouts. Let me take it. I think if we cut it on the right hand side, it makes it easier. So this is the obligatory logging episode, essentially. This is nothing like what we've done in Cherry Hills, to be honest. Cherry Hills has had a lot of logging done on it because of the way well, that's stuck on. Cherry Hills is we've kind of had to do a lot of logging for various reasons. And for field management, as it were. I don't know what's going on with this. It is basically being a royal pain in the body, as it were. Like that really tall tree. This is probably a kind of a big. Wow, does look a little bit bigger than normal. Looks like a 30. It's at least a 35 footer. It could explain the difficulty we just had. So the more we clear around here, the better working space we'll have. So the logging on this map is going to be interesting because of the space element. We just don't have a huge amount of space for the logging area. So we will this will kind of go into roughly the same space. It's basically what I'm after is a drop off space that I can essentially just work a truck alongside and then just pick up. So that Amazon has finished the work as well, so we will go check on that a little bit later. I need to actually go back there straight away. What I'll do is take this one here as well. Try to really kind of gauge. It's fallen. It's fallen in a way I don't want it to fall, which is annoying. We're in such a tight space here. It's just really okay, I just want to pull and we're sort of stuck. Let's see if I can cut this. Actually get some of the movement out of it. I'll probably have to put that one on separately. We are running quite tight space here. It's not the best of spots. Let's go grab the yeah, that's a 37 footer or something like that. It's a big one. Let's go grab the logging truck and kind of pick this up because this is hindering a little bit the work. We'll run back. Not that far. Okay, so not sure. Let's see what side we can get this picked up on. I think we're gonna have to go to this side. Let's say this is going to be kind of tricky. The semi-trailer on this is going to be quite hard to maneuver Let's see what we can do here. We're on the left side, so if we set the auto load on the left, we should be able to pick up those strays. There we go. We're going to back up. See, the big tricky one is basically can we turn around effectively? We picked up that. Now, so kind of thing I wanted to do was, can we pick up this? We should be able to pick it all up from here. So we'll change the side, and then we'll do a kind of a pick up. That's worked. We'll just stop that for the moment and move forward a little bit. I've turned that on here. There's one couple of logs there that just haven't picked up. Okay, so how much wood have we got there? Oh, we've got enough to actually head back now. So, so the question is, can we turn? We might not be able to. So we're in quite a tight spot here. So this Mack truck, it's not hugely overpowered. It's not a massively powered truck, but it's enough to pull a full load. The wood. We've got a good load here, so let's kind of get this back to the joinery and see what happens. So hopefully this will be enough to get it going whilst full. So this little site here, we've got a place there we can drop wood in for money, and we've got this guy which is essentially a production line. And we have literally filled it up. So what we can do is we can just literally park the truck here. That will all, once it sort of empties out a little bit, those logs will actually disappear. So there we have it. We've kind of set that one up and it's all full. So that will kick off any second. And there it goes, and you can see. So one of the things that I plan to do in some of the production that we'll add towards the end of the game year, essentially, is I want to add a distillery, and the distillery is going to use these barrels. So although they sell at the end of here, something we've done quite successfully on Cherry Hills is with a loader there, we can just pick them up and put them to one side and use them later. So we will be doing that on this unit here. We only have one of these on the map as well, so it will be a focal point for production. So yep, there we go. We'll leave the Scorpion King up the track there. We've cleared out a few logs, and that should keep this going for a little while. So let's get back in our Land Rover and head, oops, wrong vehicle, and head back to the farm. And there we have it. So we've kind of just done a quick little bit of logging. We don't need to do a huge amount, we just needed to do enough to basically get that unit up and running, and that we have, which is good. So we can literally sort of now just sit back, and that's going to make us a bit of passive money for the moment, which is good. It's not the biggest of the logging areas. The biggest is obviously over by the kind of the waterfront, as it were. So we will be doing some lighting up there, because we're going to have a lot more tree related activities in that neck of the woods. Okay, so this is the back way. Let's go the back way up to the farm. And field 4 is where we had our sprayer operating, so we'll head up to field 4. We will nip across fields 8 and 7, just like we did earlier. Let's say, I think I actually I'm going to wait for this field to grow. I'm not sure what crop it's got on it actually. So we'll look, see what crop it's got. So this has got wheat. I'm going to wait until that's kind of done before I actually go ahead and purchase it. It is essentially free crop. This is field 7. And field 4 is just here, but we have to go down here to actually get into it. But our sprayer is over there, so I'm actually going to there's our sprayer. I'll take this back to the yard because, to be honest, we need to actually, well, to actually stick it here so I don't have as far to run. But we do need to be kind of close. Yeah, so it's all the way down here. So we driver. So there we have it. I've saved this one because it's actually a useful track to have. So we went for this. Has this sprayer, I say, has 3 different versions. Was it 4 variants? It has essentially a 24 meter, a 30, a 40. I think it might have a 32 meter as well. Width version. Each version has wheel types. You can have wide, standard, and thin. We went for the thin 20 meter one, basically because of the we want to use it for spraying on fields and crop destruction. Therefore, we want to have the thinnest possible wheels. I'm going to drop that here, and we'll leave that for the moment. We will be picking up some wool at some point very soon. We can jump over the hedge. And used to jump over, and that's a very realistic thing to do, and jump over hedges, fences. Don't bother with, if you want the direct route, you go the direct route. Okay, so there we are. We are back on the farm. So we've done a little bit of logging today, and we kicked off a bit of spraying, and there we have it. We're back at Snettertons farm. So just as a kind of recap of what we've kind of achieved today, we've managed to spray field 4. We've done a little bit of logging down here near the Ben's joinery. That's up and running now. Off camera, we actually set up the compost master. We put some grass in there and some diesel that we bought, and we've got that up and running. So the compost master is actually running away and producing stuff, which is cool. So what we do with that compost, I'm not sure yet. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to use that on the produce down there or feed it to a BGA. We also put the grass and essentially the grass that we collected from field 32 in the silo on to create silage. So we will have around 370k, I think, of silage in the bunker here to deal with at some point. I'm not sure if it's ready. I haven't checked on it yet. We have silage up here as well, by the way, in the fermenter, but that's going to be primarily used for the TMR mixer. We cleared the grass on here. We didn't really get a huge amount. We only got about 70-ish K, I think, maybe a little bit more. That went into the silo, and yeah, this one's the big one. So one of the things I'm thinking is field 8. Is I want to make it a grass field. It's got crop on it at the moment, and I'm going to leave that on there and let that get to the point at which we can harvest it, and then we'll harvest that. We'll purchase it when it's ready, basically, and that way, when this is ready, we can harvest it. We can make the money from it, which shall be in another little while. So at the moment we are midsummer. We're not into a period where we can harvest yet. The first period for harvesting is summer, essentially the last phase of summer, late summer, and the beginning of autumn. That's where we'll be probably doing a lot of our harvesting. We have sugar beet that's growing. That's not ready. That's not going to be ready till essentially autumn. Corn is at a stage where we can't do anything with it at the moment. Again, that's a early autumn kind of thing, and that will actually go into. I think it's going to go end up in chaff. Actually, I'm not sure yet. I might go for pig food. One of those things, anyway. And yes. Strangely enough, I did notice, and this is one of the quite interesting things, is that the NPC on the map have actually planted poplars on field 36. Not actually seen that done for a while, but yeah, someone's planted poplars on field 36. I don't like poplar trees for harvesting because they are a kind of a pain. Although we might try it on this map. I did it a couple of times on Pinecove Farm. Actually, no, it wasn't Pinecove Farm. It was Hagenstad actually. When I quite early on, and I didn't have a particularly good time harvesting them. And it was multiplayer, so I was letting the AI deal with it. I'm actually thinking if I can get Courseplay to do it for me, it will be a much more successful harvest. Yes, so there we are. We are in midsummer, and we have done a bit of logging. We've done a final phase of spraying from the fields that we kind of had to spray. We are really good for moving forward. We have everything that we needed to have fertilized at this point. We do have to do field 5, but that essentially has to wait for the next growth stage. Well, that will basically be able to be done. That will be fairly straightforward. The grass has been cut, so we can't really do much more with that other than fertilize, and that's something that we'll probably do too. And with that, thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more of this series, please hit the subscribe button. With that, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and see you guys next time. Goodbye.